The tweet I put out earlier about people's perspective on doubles earlier this week kind of blew up a little bit across the community. And I love that. There were tons and tons of different perspectives that I actually never considered, and I wanted to address them because I think the negative really wins against the positive and the opportunities that doubles does have for players everywhere. Why is doubles not popular? I remember in Brawl it being so hype. There were chain grabs and it was way more hectic if I remember correctly. Even Smash 4 up until the double cloud ban, there were so many people playing doubles and it was always such a hype crowd all the way until the very end. So what happened in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? If you're new here, my name is SuperGirlKels. I used to be known as a YouTuber way back in the day before I competed in Smash Ultimate, and now I'm debuting back here on YouTube to make my mark weekly here. So if you want to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, feel free to do so to support this channel. Over 1 year ago, I retired as a professional Super Smash Bros. Player. It was my career and my main source of income for about 5 to 6 years. Nowadays, I just play it for fun, but the biggest thing that I've become passionate about is doubles. For those who have known me since I started competing, I've always said that I've enjoyed doubles way more in bracket. I like the feeling of needing to have a sense of focus on my partner and myself while improving together as a team to win against our opponents. I love how chaotic it can get, and the team combos are so damn hype. Unfortunately, not everybody feels the same way. So when I retired and started focusing simply on doubles as my side thing, it started to hit me that no matter what I did in doubles, even if it was winning tournaments, no one fucking cared. As a multiple winner of doubles majors, I can't help but feel a little bit salty whenever I would get off stage with my partner and there's literally nobody in the crowd nor the chat. I made a tweet earlier in the week about people's perspective on doubles. I wanted to understand those who hate it and those who are as obsessed with doubles as me, who only focus on training for doubles. I did an entire doubles guide on how to actually effectively play doubles and how it actually improves you as a player. For starters, it's a great way to warm up before the major tournament. Doubles tends to always be in the beginning of the day or the tournament, and it helps top players warm up for when the actual bracket in single start. There's also benefits like learning to focus and be aware of everything that is on the stage, improving your reaction time, learning stage control and spacing between you and your partner and the opponents, improves neutral game, and not to mention the damn social skills, guys. We're Smash players, it's good to talk to people sometimes. It's also a great way to have low-tier heroes stand out more in doubles. Everybody knows me for my Sonix, but my Kirby is my duo main, and I can only really put him out against certain specific matchups. But in doubles, Kirby gets that buff in speed. Because he's so slow and doesn't have much of a reach, my partner is able to get in and get me what I need to so that I can make so much damage and get those early kills. Casual players who may have not done well in singles or know they're not going to do well in singles can look forward to doubles. They're able to play 2 times. A lot of major tournaments will do doubles only on the Friday and then singles will only start on the Saturday so that players get the chance to play more. If I also look at the perspective of Smash Brothers as an entire idea, this game was made to be a party game, a chaotic, crazy, item implementing, stage hazardous brawl, right? You have tons of characters on a screen, usually 4. You have a family, friends, whatever. You guys have items on, smash meter, smash ball, Pokeballs are flying everywhere, and the stage is probably exploding at some point or morphing into something differently. It's funny how this has always been the idea from Nintendo since Smash 64. But it's even more interesting that as time has gone on, Smash has been seen less and less used for this reason. Friends and family, rivals, and peers get together to play Smash because they want to prove that they're better than their friend or take on a certain matchup and show why their character then stands out more than their opponent's character. It's always been more enjoyed and viewed on a 1v1 level. That competitive drive is able to be focused on between 2 players. So today I want to analyze why that is. Onin grew up in the Smash community as Pocket, but recently changed his tag to Onin a few years ago, and obviously has become now one of the greatest Smash Ultimate players of all time. But he doesn't get spoken of for his doubles play. This man wins almost every single doubles tournament that he participates in with whoever he wants to team with, and my brother included twice. He practices doubles way more than singles and will team with absolutely anyone and will make it work. So I reached out to Onin, and I really wanted to get his perspective on why he loves doubles so much, but on the other side, why he thinks people don't like it so much. And he told me doubles is more engaging no matter how you look at it. For instance, the meta right now looks something like Sonic dashing from one side of the stage to the other, or Pikachu camping under the stage, or Steve spamming walls until time. Doubles simply removes all these playstyles and forces players to get in there and actually fight, which to me is way more fun and enjoyable than singles because I get to fight in the fighting game. That's the same reason I love doubles. I have ADHD, and if you tell me to stand there with the blue hedgehog, I don't enjoy it as often, and it's probably one of the reasons why I retired. Unfortunately, the meta right now just does not support the ideal gameplay we want to do. But on the other side of things, doubles is a team-based format, of course, and sometimes relying on people isn't for everyone, and that's understandable. I don't really even have my own static to be fair, so if the average competitor doesn't have one either, then it can be tedious to try and figure it out with a bunch of people. Some metas are also annoying to get around, like Incineroar revenge spam the whole game, but as someone who's been through all terms of doubles, I promise everyone that these metas have so much more counterplay than Sonic camping, Pika going under the stage, Steve wall camping, etc. I also agree, but it's great to see that he actually understands why people have a difficulty with doubles. When Onin was speaking, I did reach out to Sonix, a good friend of mine, and of course one of the best players ever. Sonix is a player who never played doubles at all until only recently, maybe last year, when he wanted to team with all the Sonic players. I asked him why it took him so long to get into doubles, why he might have not enjoyed it all the time. Body blocking makes it very annoying. That's another thing we didn't consider. There's no cross-up in this game. You can cross up your partner, but you can't cross up the opponent, and that can make the stage feel very cluttered and hard to control and hard to move around. Your movement is very limited in doubles. Mashing is already a very prominent and unfun thing to deal with in 1v1, having to worry about two people mashing random stuff, praying it works in an abysmal way. Yep, I see that, and practicing doubles is hard because online delay. And we'll get into that a little bit later. So now I want to get to the little bit of responses. I have about 7 really good points that people brought up on why they don't like doubles and why they wouldn't even consider playing it. So the number one thing that people were talking about is that doubles is overwhelming. We're so used to this one-on-one format now that we've conditioned our brains to not expand to the actual reason why Smash Brothers is made in the first place. Seeing 4 people on a screen and not doing that very often can kind of be compared to someone going to the gym for the first time, where when you go, you're very overwhelmed and probably can't keep up with anything going on with your exercise or cycles you gotta do. And it can kind of drive away determination. People know, competitors know that if they practice doubles, they could just get over it. You practice at the gym, you're gonna get the muscle, you're gonna lose the weight, and then you're gonna get better. It's not as simple as it looks like in doubles. And it's because of these factors. Finding a freaking partner. You can't do that independently walking into a damn gym, right? A gym, you get to a place, you work out, that's it, that's all. But in Smash, if you want a partner, you need to find a partner. I'm in tons of grind servers for our Ultimate Doubles, and I can't tell you how many times I just see tagging roles in Ultimate Dubs, and no one replies because nobody is available. Now, on the other side, if you do have a partner, like a best friend or a relationship, that also can pose some issues. Best friends fights, and sometimes they don't get along and have their phases of disconnection. Same thing with relationships. What happens if you have a static relationship and you guys break up? That can pose a little bit of an awkwardness. Ooh, there's a fly. And it's the same thing with a sibling. I have been my brother's static sore since 2012. And sometimes we need space from each other. We've had once a whole year where we did not team because of that just needed space or friction we might have as siblings. Obviously, the game in doubles has been more appreciated by siblings in general. I grew up in a region that is known for its doubles play. We had Ally and Holy. We had Dark Wolf and Mother Drum. We have Venom and Smock. SuperGirlKels Soar. We're very known for doubles siblings, and that's kind of always been our thing here in Montreal. But no one stands out more than Hawk and Linus. These two players come out to tournaments specifically for doubles, and they don't care what they gotta do. They're gonna grind and win doubles if they need to, and they have multiple times. Singles, they're not as prominent. They work better as a team, but they don't really care for the singles aspect as much as they do for the doubles. And I've always looked up to them for their doubles play. Some players who want a static partner can't go to the same tournament all the time as their partner because we have majors every goddamn other week. But it's hard to tell your partner all the time, yo, we're going to Supernova, and then we're gonna go to Big House, and then we're gonna go to Smash Factor. And that's a lot of money for two people who are not related to meet up across the world with each other every time just for doubles. That does not support a prize pool. That leads me to my next point. I'm so glad you asked me. Prize pools and doubles are not inviting at all. Want to take a look at my GOML 2018 trophy when I won the doubles major? Wow, look, it looks the fucking same as my 5th place medal. In fact, the 5th place medal is even bigger in singles from that same year. You'd think, okay, Kels, that's Smash 4, that's Smash 4. Yeah, okay, let's look at my brother winning 2024's GOML. It's the same fucking medal compared to the trophy. Oh my God. I have a lot of medals for doubles because, again, that's what I enjoy and compete most in. I'm most competitive in doubles. It's just too bad no one fucking cares. So here's a banner instead when you won doubles. Thank you so fucking much. I appreciate it. And of course, the money issue, right? Funds when you win as a team is divided in two, where if you go to a 5,000 pop bonus singles event and you win $3,000 to take home, well, now you gotta chop it in half. And it'll never be that big because doubles, when there are, let's say, 1,000 entrances, and if everybody was to join doubles, well, now it just cut off to 500. So naturally, there's going to be less of a pot and less of a prize going into doubles, which can be uninviting to a lot of players to work hard on doubles. Practicing is also really tough in doubles. Once upon a time in a game called Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you can boot up your Wii, hit the Nintendo WFC connection, and host a lobby with 2 other friends in the same lobby using the same Wii. That was 2008. Then a few years later, in 2014, you can boot up your Wii U, hit Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, hit friends, create a lobby, and join with your partner on the same Wii U. Fast forward in 2018, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate comes out, you boot it up, hit online, connect, create a room, buy code, set a password, and oh, my brother has to buy a second Switch. I can't tell you how many problems I had when Ultimate came out and I couldn't connect with my brother on the same Wi-Fi. For some reason, there was a huge issue with how many connections can be at once with the Switch. They patched it. Well, I don't remember what the issue was, but it was horrifying to stream this stuff, to get my brother to train in another room, and we're trying to practice doubles on like my stream or something. It was so disconnecting and so demotivating and demoralizing to train. We have never practiced together ever again in doubles. I 100% give you my honesty. We have not trained together since 2018, my brother and I. If you are connecting through different Switches, there's also the issue of the connection. It's no lie that Nintendo Online sucks. That's it. That's the conversation. Now, there's also the conversation of the meta. Someone brought up a really, really good point that yes, as some characters get buffed in doubles, like I said with Kirby, there are characters who simply don't really work in doubles when it comes to follow-ups. A lot of people that I end up talking to end up being like, ah man, Fox in doubles is just not great. And then you see Light, but again, he is Fox or whatever.
Let's go. Come at me.
Heavies may strive way more in doubles. We've seen it with Hawk and Linus. Double Yoshi has been probably the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in doubles. And then you'll have characters like Luigi that just don't work in doubles. Good luck trying to zero to death me now, bitch. The big discussion that really brought down doubles entrances.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Steve has been an issue in singles that, led to him being banned for a few tournaments. I never agreed with it. He got unbanned. Wow, nothing's changed. Look at that. But in doubles specifically, Steve not only is able to do what he can do, but he can do it better with someone else. He can use his partner's crafting table. They can mine together while one plays support, the other one is going in. And during the support, he can go ahead and start getting materials. My brother and I use Steve Sonix, probably one of the best Steams in the game. We've been undefeated in our region for about 2 years. But double Steve literally feels impossible. I'm someone who just loves fighting Steve, singles, whatever, because I genuinely think he makes me play as good as it can be. But at least with Steve, I was able to find weaknesses and put against him. In doubles, it feels literally impossible. There's no game plan on how to wall one out because the other one's going to come in. And double Steve has won multiple majors now, a lot. And a lot of the top 8s of those doubles majors is a lot of Steves. This kind of happened also in Smash 4. But in doubles, it was Cloud. Cloud was able to hold on to limit for as long as he wanted, and from how fast and doable it was, he was able to get finishing touch setups and more, a lot easier. To fix this issue when players started playing doubles less and less, they simply banned double Cloud. It was easy, and then everything was fine. But again, Smash 4, near the end, if you didn't have a Cloud on your team, you probably were not making top 8. And it looks like it's going to be kind of the same way going into doubles. The last big issue, which I think is actually the main issue that drove players away from doubles in Ultimate specifically, is the balloon knockback. When you hit a player in Super Smash Bros. 64, Melee, Brawl, Smash 4, players, yes, will get hit and then go further and further each time. In Ultimate, the team at Nintendo kind of took the feedback of Smash games being very slow as a fighting game and wanted to increase the pace by changing the knockback. And when you get hit in Ultimate, you kind of really fly quickly and then it calms down. That's why they give it like a balloon name, where if you punch a balloon, it goes really quick and then just kind of falls, right? And that's been how everything works in Ultimate, which is fine in singles. In doubles, it makes it extremely hard for a human being to react to that kind of speed, which has made team combos less hype and less consistent to land. Not to mention there's changes such as teching footstool combos, which was a big thing in doubles. Infinites are basically not a thing anymore. Kind of feels like we were being babied in a way. And this balloon knockback has like a very amplified gust and smog around it, and it takes up a lot of the screen, and it can be really annoying to a lot of players, and again, going back to it being overwhelming. When on a team, knockback and percentages are actually cut by a certain amount. I'll put the amount here. So some combos or setups or attacks that may KO won't actually KO when they were supposed to, so players get really confused. In reality, it's so that players have more chances and teams have more chances to kind of keep it at a balanced rate, but it backfired tremendously. Now, what is popular in doubles right now? One thing I want to address right before we end this video is the rise of Randubs, where yes, doubles has been very, very, very unpopular. So why is Randubs popular? For those who have never heard or been to a major, Randubs is basically when players get together, hit random teams and random characters, and they money match usually half of the time. Sometimes it's static teams who just want to go fight another team and they do a random money match where those teams go against together, but they have to use random characters every single game. It's usually random characters, random stage, sometimes you might mix it up. So why is this very popular in every major and even online, but not doubles? Well, a few reasons. One, you don't see Steve everywhere. Unless you're really unlucky with the random button, I wouldn't be surprised. I get Kalos every fucking time I hit the random button on my Switch. So when you're playing this mode, my theory is that everyone gets nerfed. I play Sonic, Kirby, Fox, Link, Isabelle, maybe a little Mario, and Yoshi. If I hit a random and get like, I don't know, Ness, God help me, I'm not recovering. And I think that's what people like about it. Everybody gets nerfed, everybody is at the same base level, unless they get that lucky character, that anticipation of, oh man, I just got Link, let's go, we're winning, you know, whatever you might main. And it creates a sense of freshness within the game. People don't say like, all right, this is just another game, let's go, let's play the same characters over and over and over. It just feels fresh, it's exciting, it's new. There's so many times now where I'm getting a character like Mewtwo and I'm like, bro, I never touched this character in my life. What is this? The tail has a hitbox? And I had no idea. Okay, I mean Sonic. There's so much brain dead I am. Everybody is as overwhelmed, but they're confused and overwhelmed together. And I think that makes everybody laugh and enjoy things way more. The communication has to be there between each partner. You're forced to say like, hey, I'm struggling. I'm not recover with this character, and you're helping each other. You're learning the game together and you're laughing. And you're being as competitive as you can with all characters that you don't know. It shows who is actually the greatest in Super Smash Bros. As a whole. How many characters can you main and actually win with versus someone who just uses the same character all the time? It's a chance to bond between each other, not only with your opponents, but with your new teammate that you might have just met through it. I've had so many Randubs set where we're spending hours and hours just playing it, where the second we go back to our other characters, we're like, man, we're kind of bored. So what can we do to make doubles exciting again? Someone said in the comments that they'd love to see Randubs and different events in general at these majors and regionals and such. I agree. I've always been someone that has thought that there shouldn't just be singles, there should be another event to get other players to feel more invited and experience what Smash has to offer as a game. And sometimes we need to be reminded that this is literally just a video game, and bringing people to remember that within different formats, I think, is exciting. It doesn't always have to be like, hey, there's doubles at this event, but we can have Squad Strike. There was so much Squad Strike events when the game came out, and then they just kind of disappeared. So it'd be great to have that, and then, hey, Randubs is actually the format we're gonna do, and it's gonna be like so new, right? GOML is known for their crew battles, and that's something that is always hype every year. They do trailers and amazing marketing for it. So if we had the right marketing and right timing to put doubles, maybe at not every event, but in maybe every other event, it might feel a little bit fresh and new for people. And it gives a little bit of time to prepare in advance and not feel so overwhelming. But anyways, let me know what you think about doubles in the comments. If you love it, hate it, why. I'm just very curious to know in general. This was the first of my quality-esque videos to come out now that we're starting a new chapter here on the channel as I approach 15 years with SuperGirlKels, so it's a good comeback. Thank you so much for watching. You can like, comment, and subscribe for more. Join our Discord and twitch.tv/SuperGirlKels every Tuesdays, Thursdays for some live action, including Smash Ultimate grinding. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I'll see you next week for another video. Take care. Bye.